Welcome to CoinBook. My name is Calvin Waite, and I'm a professional crypto trader. So I just became the Chief Investment Officer for Humble Financial. And the neat thing about that is that now all of the trading strategies that I've developed and created bots for, you can now subscribe to those, and I'll put a link in the description in case you're interested. It's only for people outside of the United States, just because of regulatory reasons. But I will continue to keep doing YouTube videos and teaching people how to trade. And so nothing will really change on the CoinBook channel, but pretty cool that that's now an option.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, things have sure taken a turn. This is what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. Right now, because of this wild, insane market out there in stock world and all these Wall Street bets guys coming over into crypto, we are having a monster candle today. If you look at the low is about 32,000. The high is 38,000, roughly 500. We'll go with that. This is a $6,500 swing. Wow, talk about volatility. So from a pure structural standpoint, we definitely bounced hard off of the 50-day moving average. We had a bullish engulfing candle at the bottom of this move here. And we are watching this line. So the line is at 35,700. If we close above 35,700, we are breaking out to the upside, which means Bitcoin is heading up. We have 7 hours and 20 minutes to see where it actually lands. If everything calms down and we retreat and touch this line, it's not going to look great, because it really will depend on the next day's close, but it will set us up for not a great candle, because the wick on top is going to be pretty long, and we're going to be quitting right at our resistance, which generally is just not going to be great. So this a matter of a few, I guess, so 35 and a half, and we're at 37 right now. If we're above, probably $1,000 above this, it'll be undeniable. If we're 500 above, it'll be a little questionable, because chartists will kind of fudge this a little bit and think that it's resistance. So we're watching this right here. This is quite an amazing thing. You could just tell, how much emotion is going on in this market. The size of these candles explain it all. So we're watching very closely. 35.7, 35.8. This is our number. If we close above this, we are going to be turning around. And we've already talked about it. This move here from our very bottom to our resistance, this essentially 40% difference, this is gonna create our new target. I think I was talking to somebody in the chat the other day, talking about how these candles work. So when we're looking for targets, normally it's a raw number. From a most conservative standpoint, you would take the raw number from the bottom and the raw number from the top, and you would say 10,300, and the target would be 10,300 above our top. So our target would be 51,000 at this point, because we've had a lower low. So if we get out, if we come up here, 10,300. If we retest the top here and it breaks, we're looking at over $50,000 Bitcoin. But because crypto is so volatile, and so many people are looking at crypto from on a log scale. Those patterns, the patterns that are visually available to people, they still play out in people's mind from an emotional standpoint. And so there is an argument that that the percent gain can be the target. So if we go 33% above where we are, oops, yeah, okay. So if we go 33%, this is kind of our upper range of our target. So it could be about 53 or 54,000. So yeah, if we break up out of this, if we break up out of our resistance here and we start retesting highs, there is no question that it will break and we will see a $50,000 Bitcoin. So there's the sparks are flying. Bitcoin dominance is soaring today just because everyone's, when Bitcoin's this volatile, people just change their minds. And we'll talk a little more about that in the next segment. All right, so this is our altcoin market, and we have definitely fallen out of our range. Today was a day where the altcoin market has dropped pretty good. We're below 10 million Bitcoin as a total market cap. And so now the question is, oh no, alt season's off course. We're not gonna survive alt season, and it's all because of this day. I beg to differ. I think alts have done a pretty amazing job of heading up pretty strongly, and every market has its corrections. I just feel like we'll find a bottom that's higher than these lows down here. So I feel like this is a great stepping stone on the way up. Where I believe that line is right above 9 million Bitcoin. I'm betting that this is it. So if we retrace for a couple of days and touch this line, I bet we'll find support here. And then if we do find support and we start heading back up, this chart's going to look really nice because we've got a really, not only a good solid low that's pretty far away, but we have a lot of volatility and consolidation. So there's a lot of activity here. And so this will give the trend much more strength. So when we come back, we'll most likely find a higher support, and alt season will continue. Alt season doesn't just go one direction for 2 months and it's over. We just like any market, there are the emotional ups and downs, and then we can continue on. So the other thing I was going to say is on the others dominance. So microcaps are actually having a positive day. So even though Bitcoin dominance is up, it just means that our large cap coins are dropping pretty hard. You can see that right here. Ethereum down 5%, Bitcoin Cash down 5%. A lot of these bigger coins are down pretty solidly. And I kind of feel like there was a miscalculation here in the algorithm of TradingView, because everything's been pretty much in line. So we have not really seen a break on the alts. Last night they looked a lot prettier, but even today there are plenty that are up. The majority of the big large caps are down, but wow, there's some micro caps that have absolutely launched. So there's plenty to talk about today. Price go down. No. Price go up. Well, I figure we'll talk about everything. So buckle up, here we go. So BCH has hit its target. So our move from here, we had our target down here, and this pattern is definitely resolved, our descending triangle that we had. So now where do we go from here? I'm not sure, but if we touch down here, we're gonna sell off. So Bitcoin Cash is not looking that pretty. We'll just have to look for a right exit. But yeah, that's the story there. Now Ethereum, even though it's been a pretty rough sell-off, we are not upside down yet. So we have a handoff between this high and today's action. So if we touch, so if we find support here, we're just fine. But if we sell off again tomorrow, then we're in trouble. But this long-term support is what we've touched so far, and the structure is still very positive. So you can't take one bad day out, and take it by itself, because everything is structurally pretty sound. BSV is looking terrible. Litecoin also looking terrible. We're definitely in our descending pattern here. We've lost this as a low, so we are definitely in a downtrend for sure on Litecoin. Tron is looking okay. So this one's interesting. We broke above sort of this action here, and now we're testing to see if we have resistance on the other side, which so far we do, but we got rejected. We had a pretty nice run last night, but we're definitely down. We'll see how it'll play out over the next little bit. BAT is trying to see if there is support on the 50. So this is still not looking terrible. I like the structure, and this is a pretty good entry point, if you ask me. If we slip pretty hard below, obviously things can unwind quickly, but I still don't think this is a panic situation yet. ADA looks amazing. We're doing a handoff here. We're finding support on a long-term trend. I think it actually is a great opportunity. It looks pretty good to me. XLM, Lumen was way up. We were way up earlier, and now we've retreated. But still, our structure is not broken. And as long as we can close above the halfway point, I mean, well, so the bodies are telling one story. This wick is ugly. I mean, there's no denying. There's a lot of downward pressure with a wick like this. But because of just the emotionality in the market, I don't know if I would really chalk this up as to investors just having no faith in Lumen. More of just a volatility, like emotionality. Like I wouldn't put a lot of I wouldn't talk about. I wouldn't say that this is super strongly bearish until the bodies tell a different story, because the market today is so emotional that not many people are going to read this and go, oh yeah, we're going down. So Dogecoin is definitely looking upside down right now. I told everyone that I was probably going to exit once we broke through that ascending triangle, and I did. I'm completely out of Doge. I don't think that, I'm not a revolutionary, guy. As far as like, I'm not gonna put Dogecoin on the bandwagon. I'm not putting any hedge funds out of business by buying or selling Dogecoin. So I know people have really grabbed onto this, but this is ugly. And let me tell you, I would not be buying Dogecoin right now. If I go to weekly, we're almost as high as we've ever been. Yeah, pretty much. Because nobody counts the first few weeks of trading on a new coin. We are trading at we traded at the highest levels that we've ever traded. What does price discovery tell you about the price of Dogecoin? Price discovery tells you that the normal price for Dogecoin is about 40 Satoshis. And so if we're anywhere above 40, our risk reward is horrible. So yeah, I would not be buying this. I was looking for exits yesterday. I hope nobody tried to buy in thinking that this was, a super great, safe investment. This is a terrible trade. So I'm waiting. I'll buy it again, but I'm going to buy it back down where I was buying before. I'm patient enough that I ended up buying a ton back in 2019 at like 29 Satoshis. But then most recently, we were buying down here when we finally got support at like 20 and then 26. So in here is where we bought, and up here we're liquidating. So yeah, I don't think that this is going to play out very well. A 5-minute chart. This was our ascending triangle. My target was up here, or I guess 35 was the number I gave you, 135, and yeah, we blew past that and doubled that. But now look at this. Like, this is this is a tiger by the tail. There's no direction here. Okay, so let's look at Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic tried so hard yesterday to get above the 50, and it didn't do it. Oh, you're killing me, Ethereum Classic. Seriously. You need to, let's have a close above here. Like, this thing's just waiting to go. But we're just waiting a little longer. Some of these other ones, not looking super great. Link is fine. Like, this is a perfect handoff. We could find support here and make this chart look really nice. Neo, same thing. We're above the 50. We're doing a handoff from this support, this resistance to flip to support, and we'll see where we land today. Atom actually looks pretty good. Ravencoin is one that is on that we've been watching for this, and this is what I've been hoping happens to Ethereum Classic. We've been below the 50 for so long, and as we swing up and we oscillate down, hugging it, the move up that breaks it is going to be explosive. So this is what I'm waiting for on Ethereum Classic, and we're getting it on Ravencoin, which is cool because we're in Ravencoin. This is one that we expect to do well in the long term. I won't hit everything else, but I do need to talk about DigiByte. We are watching with a lot of anticipation to see if we can close above the 50. Close above the 50 is beautiful. It took us a long time. You know, here's our most recent resistance or support that flipped to resistance here. This support flipped to resistance for a long time, but because we flattened out and we didn't have a serious drop, there was no fear here. We just slipped below it, we hovered, we consolidated, and it was actually on this candle that I took a position because we finally started showing strength, and you could tell that there was some upside on the table. So anyway, entered here, and then suddenly the very next day we're having a pretty good solid day. But yeah, we do want to close above this 50. This is our number, 85 Satoshis. If we can get it, this market will turn around, and closing above the 81 even is positive, because that will show that we are slipping past this point of resistance. So this is good. This is a good breakout. We'll see if things go. The risk reward is amazing because how much more downside do you have, right? Our worst case scenario on the downside is 53. We'll probably find support at 53. Our risk at 80 was like maybe 30 or 40% drop, and the upside is just massive. You've got at least 100% on the table if we can get back into our more recent trading range. So yeah, this is a good buy. I like it. BTS, it's a coin I also bought. I should make a list of the coins that have doubled and tripled since we've entered on this alt season. And we're not done. I don't think we're done. Some people think that the DOGE spike is the start of alt season. We've been thinking the alt season started like a couple of weeks ago. Like, this was our bottom, and we've been entering the past week or so. So anyway, a lot of others that are selling off, that they still don't look that bad. Mana's looking a little uglier. We're starting to get too far away from our top. But most of these, they look fine. Like Decred, there's nothing wrong here. So even though we've got coins going down, it's just the natural course of the oscillations. I know everyone points to Bitcoin, but you know, it's okay to have a, you know, an S curve before you find support and try to continue on. Coin is one that surprised me. This one is one we bought in recently because of our support that's increasing, and we exited the red zone here, and today we're just popping up pretty hard. Verge is another one that I tweeted about. It was funny because I tweeted about 3 coins yesterday, and 2 of them just launched like within an hour of me tweeting it. I promise I have no sway in the market. It's just pure luck. It's amazing though to see these. I was so excited to see us above the 44, and I was like, guys, we're finally above here. I hope we can close above it. And then we gained an additional 50% off of that just because, you know, other traders are looking at this too, you know. So beautiful, beautiful candle. Awesome breakout above this 44 that we have been held down by for a long time. Our most recent attempt was back in November of last year, and we found it support and slipped below it back in September. So this is a lot of pent-up energy and good support on the bottom, increasing lows, boom. It's just a sweet pattern for a breakout. And then the rest of these are a lot more small caps, but I mean, look at some of these. 100% Reddit, Ravencoin. This is, everyone's making a statement here. Up 300%. So, yeah, I was not buying this one. This one I did not buy. And there's no structure here, and I don't buy anything that's below 10 Satoshis. So yeah, missed the boat on this, but just funny to see. You can just see like the people that are in this market are just pure emotion. So down here we just have coins that are just crazy, like meme coin. Like I don't even know what this is. I do trade it, but I was not long at all down here. So all this did was exit a couple positions that were upside down. And we're walking away from that one. We'll see what happens next. But this is unsustainable, obviously. Just like the Dogecoin scenario, that's going to be an unsustainable situation also. But yeah, that's pretty much our market today. Everything else is looking pretty rough. The buyers of our GME and the battle that's happening in the stock market, they're fighting the battle. 350 right now. We'll see where that ends, but yeah, expiration, man, that's a killer. Anyway, I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Well, nothing better than giving away some shirts after a nice long time talking about nothing but crypto. It's such a beautiful thing. Anyway, congratulations to Kimchi Tran. You have given us some sweet comments and lots to think about and talk about. Appreciate your enthusiasm. You are a shirt winner. And second of all, Pascal Boucher, you are also a winner of a shirt. So reach out to me on social media. DM me on Twitter is usually the best thing. Otherwise, you can put in a support ticket on coinbook.com. But you guys are awesome. I appreciate the conversations in the comments and the thoughts. Really makes me think, and I think it's a lot of fun. So you guys are awesome. Okay, it is time to separate the CoinBook trolls from the CoinBook fans. So these are the magnificent t-shirts that we are giving away every Friday. These are individually packaged with love from your best friends, China. There's also this incredible option designed by yours truly, and we'll be giving away probably 1 or 2 of these every Friday to just a random comment on any of the videos over the past week. But, and I don't blame you, if you absolutely cannot live without one of these shirts, I am willing to part with them. For $15 worth of your favorite crypto, just reach out to me on social media and we'll get you guys hooked up.